We are live, y'all. Let me put this on recording. Did I start it? Nah, I always start late. I try not to, but I do. It's hard to do all this. I don't got like someone who's doing this shit for me, you know? All right, hold on. Let me go on my thing. Thanks. So what's up, guys? What's going on? We are here. We are live. I think everything's working on my end so far. Hello, everybody. If anyone's on, hello. We're here. And I got my man, Red Pill. We got Max Savage back. What's going on, man? Let me know if you guys can, the sound's cool on your guys' end. Let me know if I need to make some changes. Oh, let me put this on. Hold on. All right, there you go. Now you guys can talk. Sorry, I put you.
Oh, now we can see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, so we're here, man. Sounds good. Okay, cool. All right. This episode it's powered by. I'm just kidding. Powered by Gatorade.
Oh,
and bourbon.
Oh man.
IBC root beer. Now with real cane sugar.
Dude.
That's the best kind, man. That cane sugar really just adds that crispness.
Mm-hmm.
That crispness.
So good. I stopped drinking Virgil's, which is like a really big root beer out here because they like changed the formula. And I'm like, yo, I've always fucked with IBC. I'm just gonna I love this shit. And you can get it Safeway. Yo.
Don't switch up on your day ones, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. I'm going back to tradition. I'm watching Power Rangers and everything, bro.
Speaking of tradition, today's topic is, what is it, Silent D?
It is traditional dating versus modern dating.
Ah.
Let me get closer to the mic. So this is going to be a little interesting. We're going to dive into something new. I'm actually going to be on the Why Date podcast today. I'm actually not going to do my personal one today. I'm actually going to do a little test and see who pops up on our Why Date stream. So who's ever following us, please for sure to follow us on the Y_date. Yeah. But so yeah, this is going to be traditional dating versus modern dating. I think we talked about this a few times, guys. We really dove deep into that a lot. I know Max is into modern dating, I guess. Yeah.
I consider it modern.
Because you're modern. You're very progressive.
No, what I am is not traditional dating. So whatever that is,
You're very progressive. It's good.
Dating?
See, that's what we need to go into deficit. What is traditional versus modern? Like, what is modern? What is traditional dating? That's what I want to know.
How do I go into this? Let's see. In general, traditional dating is more of how our parents kind of go out dating, right? There was no ghosting. Maybe it was. I don't know if there was more of a ghosting situation. There was no social media. There's no dating apps. You're meeting people actually at a milkshake, like fucking stand. You're going out on a little date. You're taking to the movies. This is like traditional dating shit scenarios. What's up, man? What do you got to say, Red Pill? Go ahead.
All right. So I just Googled it real quick because I wanted to find someone who could say it more eloquently than I could. Contemporary dating patterns are formal patterns of dating with set stages. In traditional dating patterns, dating behavior usually followed a ritual pattern that all understood. And I think they'll break down into, you see pretty girl, you walk up to pretty girl, you get pretty girl number, you call pretty girl 3 days later, you and pretty girl go on date, man pays for date. On date number 3, you guys either have sex or you decide it's not going to work. By date number 7, you start your boyfriend or girlfriend, and that's that, right? And it's like there is this just set understood this is what the man is supposed to do, this is what the woman is supposed to do, and there weren't really there wasn't this I would say so much cat and mouse, and also there was an increased polarity in between what each gender had to do and what they were. It was this was man role, this was woman role, whereas now things are a lot more egalitarian, which I think adds to the complexity of it.
What about
Damn,
modern
coming out
dating?
here with coming out here with the like college educated fucking.
I know, man.
work-
Look at you, college educated guy.
Hey,
Look at
I
you.
was just gonna say the same thing Dante was gonna say, which is simply just traditional dating is where you find a woman, you give her a note, she opens a note, puts the check on the yes or the no, gives that note back, and you're like, yes, we're going to the movies.
Yeah.
He said,
Oh, did you hear that?
Donish.
Oh, what did he say?
He said, did Markel get another haircut?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Before we go into it, man, hold on. I didn't even start this out right. Yo. All right, now the episode started.
All right, cool.
Miss Ordinary, what's poppin'? I see you.
We see you out here.
Live stream.
Nice.
All right. What about modern dating? What do we got for modern dating?
Are we gonna go with the actual or the unfactual?
Whichever.
I'll give the unfactual of modern dating. Modern dating would be
Fucked up. No, wait.
the
You ain't lying.
No. Modern dating is everything not straying on the path of traditional. Most likely, going on Instagram, things like that. Like finding people over social media, doing like most of the dating over just like text and talk, and then figuring out the stage of should we be this or should we be that like way quicker. Like within a week, you pretty much know, like, are we going to continue seeing each other? They tired and moving on or whatever. I'd consider that to be the modern day dating. And that's the stuff I grew up with, the good stuff. You want that quick shit, yo.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think also too, it's kind of like, if you don't have that conversation of what are we, right? If you don't like DTR, find the relationship, it's incredibly complicated to know how things are progressing because there's no like set ritual, set progression.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could go on 100 dates now and be friends, be nothing, right? But back then, if you went on more than 4 or 5 dates, that was your girlfriend. Y'all was together.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing about the complexity is like now we have to have conversations where before it was understood, like we just knew exactly what it was. And I'm saying before, including you guys, because I grew up with modern dating. I've never experienced that. I know how I roll, and I've tried to bring traditionalism back. If you guys know me, I think being traditional is the new rebellion. But yeah, I can't imagine a world like not modern dating. I can't imagine a world where like if you just have the confidence to go talk to her, you have to cancel her. Can't imagine that.
It's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you're a little younger than us, man. I keep
Lucky
forgetting.
bastards.
Well, yeah, we're so old. We had to like get a dove, write a scroll, write
We
it on.
used to write girls' pictures. Yeah, we used to write, do you like
let
me,
the bird
yes or
go
no? We didn't have phones, and we had to send notes to girls. We were lucky to get it
a
on.
little like what's the thing called? Like open it. You're like,
yeah.
oh,
Will
nerds.
you go out with me?
Go out with me.
No.
Nerds.
Donish said, I'm getting my haircut on Monday. I can't have Markel and the other one flexing.
Oh, shit. There we go. Is he on the Facebook?
Yeah, he's on Facebook.
All right.
Yeah, man, I know most people don't know that I'm doing this on the, what I'm saying, on the wide date. It gives me a little bit more, I guess, what's it called? Freedom. It gets so crazy trying to manage all 3 or 4 things happening, man. Like, it gets pretty crazy, man. Not saying like people ain't following me, it's cool, but like, damn, shit, But I guess.
Yeah, so what's your side in modern versus traditional, Dante? What do you want to? What do you think is the best one out of the two?
I'm more of a traditional man.
Mm-hmm.
I like tradition. I like the tradition. Just the fact that there's more foundation built off from it. I've yet to see much foundation built for modern yet, like to what we're doing now. Yeah, that's just how I feel. Like I see more of a success rate with traditional dating. If I'm wrong, but I've seen it, based on seeing our family or parents, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was using SMS to talk to girls with ghetto dial tone internet connections. Dang. Yo, it was tough back then, man. You know what I'm saying?
Back on the Nokia
When
phone.
Tinder was like when Tinder hit me and all the dating apps, I was like, oh there's another world. Whoa. Man, we excelled so much in a small period of time in dating. Like, to be honest, like, I remember back in the day, I used to go on little hotlines and like meet girls that way. Like, after high school, it was MySpace. I was like, okay, cool, I can meet girls on MySpace, I guess, right? But it was just like, for sure, the hotlines were the thing. Like, that was the thing.
I don't even know what that is.
See, that's what I'm saying. We used to go in little chat rooms.
Like, you pick up a rap phone and said, "Bring me a chick," and they just did it. Like, how did that work?
It was like you create your little greeting, and you go into like you press next for the next person. You hear the person's greeting, and you go next, and you go next girl's greeting, and then like vice versa for the women. They see our greeting. We have like a little greeting. If you want to connect, you press an extra button to connect, and you'll get like a little ding, like, oh, so and so wants to connect with you. Like, oh shit, like, and then they'll send you a voice message. It's crazy. And then after that, like a couple of years of that, when Tinder came out, like literally, like boom, boom, within like next like decade, like less than a decade, that all happened. So imagine like how
that sounds awkward as fuck. I would not want to do that. I'm so
because we didn't have pictures, so I had to think in my head, like, is she like a big girl or a big girl?
Right.
Like, right? She kind of has. You know what I mean? You have to try to figure out the voice. Like,
no, I don't know what you mean, Dante. You want to expand on that?
Huh?
Is she thick?
You know, there's thick and then there's like super thick. Like, there's.
But you can tell by her voice. Do big girls have a certain voice? Is that what you're
maybe
saying?
I mean, you know, they have like a little, you know, like something in there, like, you know.
What does it sound like? Could you give us like an imitation?
It's hard to say. Because I could be wrong. You know. It sounds like there's something in their throat. You know what I'm saying? It's like something, you know, something in their throat. But like, it's yeah.
Exactly
listen,
like that. That's exactly what he said.
Exactly what I said. It's like there was a girl I actually did meet on there. Her back of her back said heavy.
Okay.
It said heavy.
Oh.
So it was like, okay, so she knows she's like a big girl. I was like, oh, because like I saw her like turn around and looked at her tattoo on the back of her back. It said heavy. I was like, oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like, it was crazy because like, you know, when you know, like, shit, she does not like how I pictured it. Because Tinder, you can at least look at pictures. If you get catfish, yeah. But like on those apps, you can't really tell. Like, you're just like, oh, can you send me a picture? Oh, I don't have a picture phone yet. Like, damn, I don't have a camera phone yet. Like, you're just like, okay.
Okay, but hold up though. I'm gonna imagine like that happened, right? Girl, y'all match based off the greetings, and you guys talk on the phone for a bit, and she's like super amazing, just great girl, just absolutely entertaining. You know, she's sending plenty of indicators of interest, and you meet her,
and it's a dude,
and she's not conventionally attractive.
Oh.
I'll just continue on with the day. I'm not that fucked up.
I was about to say,
I've already committed to coming out there.
You know,
like it's already done, dude. I just won't call him after. I'm like, hey, like this is not working out. You know. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna have to move on. You know what I mean? Like, I'll at least go to the date. Like, I'm not gonna just drive off and like dip as she's approaching the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm be like, oh shit, this is not how I expected. Like, I saw you. It's usually what I do.
But
I've seen friends who do it before.
Traditional dating, because that sounds like esoteric concept.
That
when you guys used to ride dinosaurs to work. Old Flintstone style. You're powering your feet.
Because, you know, don't get me wrong. I love be thick women. Like, that's facts.
Awesome.
Like, come on.
Yeah, we know this.
Y'all already know. I never knock the thicker women, the more plus size women. I never knock them. So you already know. Like, cool. But if it's like too big for me, like sometimes I'm just like, I have a limit, and I'm just like, yo.
What about tall women?
Tall women, no problem.
Like how tall would y'all date? How tall? She's a solid 6'1",
6'2".
How tall?
6'1",
I was like 6'3" is the tallest person I've been with.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot, so that's, you know,
okay.
I mean, it's still tall, but it's like not that much taller than me. Anything longer than that, though, like I'm sorry, a lot of people think this is fucked up to say, but anybody taller than that, like, this ends up looking lanky as fuck. And I'm not about it. I don't care if it's legs. I'm like, it's too much. I like shorter people anyway, so just in general.
All right. Donish asked a question. Just so you know, Donish, man, we're talking about traditional dating versus modern dating. Okay.
Dating.
If it ties into that question, just so you know, because if we get off topic, we go into a whole tangent, and we'd be here for like 2 hours talking about body count because someone asked a question. I just want to, we literally got off topic every time. I'm trying to make sure we get on topic. I'm gonna answer some of your questions, man, but I appreciate you guys with the feedback with it. But just try to keep it within that boundary of the topic. So the question for dating. I've been having video dates with this chick, but she said she's going out of town, and I won't be able to talk. Should I keep pushing it or expect her to get back to me?
Have her get back to you. Done.
There you go.
Oh, she literally gave you the courtesy of
It's all
saying,
good.
I won't be able to talk. Most women will just ghost you.
Yeah.
They'll just leave you on red. They'll just ghost you, or they won't say anything and they'll breadcrumb you until they get bored. She had the courtesy and the confidence and the realness to be like, I can't talk right now. She will get back to you if she wants to get back to you.
And that way you
This
know
is
it's
literally
for sure.
best case scenario.
Yeah.
Like, she's being so real. She's being an adult about it. You know, and I'll be honest, like, I've had situations where I'm like, you know, girls like, oh, I'm going on a trip with my friends. I'm like, all right, have fun. And I wouldn't message them, and they never got back to me. So it was kind of like, well, should I accept something? Should I not something? She's telling you she can't get back to you until she can. The ball's in her court. She'll throw it back to you when she's ready.
Yeah.
Hope that helps.
I mean, usually for those situations, I just let them. I'm so bad, man. I'm so terrible. Like, I'll let them just do it. Maybe it's a breadcrumb that a woman's leaving me to like be more assertive. But sometimes I'm just like, oh man, sorry, oops. Like, oh, you didn't get back to me at this time. I'm like, you said you were busy.
I feel like this kind of ties into the whole like modern versus traditional. In modern, because there's not set stages in modern dating, right? Or what I grew up with, it's kind of like, yeah, you wouldn't know what to do in the situation. You wouldn't know what to do. In traditional dating, you know, okay, we had one date, and then she's leaving and said she can't talk to me. She's not interested. You would just know because there's always a second date set up. There's that second stage set up, right? Like, you know what the steps are. In modern dating, you can go on one date, not talk for an entire month, then go on 3 dates in 1 week, not talk for 2 months, and then be boyfriend and girlfriend the 4th month. So that's a legitimate question. I think it actually does tie into the topic. There's not a lot of clarity in that. There's clarity in how she wants you to act, and you kind of have to read between the lines. But I feel like in traditional dating,
that doesn't apply. Yeah, those don't apply. Reading in between the lines and shit. That the shit does never applies in traditional dating for sure.
Right.
Modern dating is so tough because like when someone get left on red, it's like it's either so many different reasons why they left on red, and it's so big for our culture. We're just like, I was left on red. She did not respond to me, or he or she did not respond. So obviously they just don't like me. Like it's so crazy because like we live in that crazy society of fast pace. It's modern dating is definitely a quicker definition, right? Modern dating is very fast paced. Traditional dating is very slow pace.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very slow pace.
But it's like, you know,
on the concept
Yeah.
of
Traditional dating has like a finish line. Modern dating is just like, I want to travel.
Yeah.
I want to have a travel buddy. Like, there's no like idea of getting a house together, purchasing shit, like doing shit together as modern dating. I hear this all the time. I see it every time on my app. I'm looking for a travel buddy. I'm looking for a travel partner. I was like, man, how you about looking for someone who wants to like invest into property?
No,
like,
you're looking for a sponsor.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for a sponsor.
Fuck all that shit, man. Like,
I got the head all gassed up.
Yeah.
Every man can pay for their vacation.
I don't fucking travel. Like, I don't know. I don't know how about you guys are. I mean, Max, you like to travel, but like me, I just don't travel. I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. Like, I don't want to put my money into airline pockets or other shit property where you know what I mean? Like, I just got into crypto.
You're not good at finding cheap tickets.
Huh? Yeah. I mean, if I get free tickets, that's different.
You can't find cheap tickets.
I mean, Spirit. If you want to fly Spirit, go ahead and fly your cheap ass on Spirit, man. Go ahead and fly a cheap ass Spirit airline.
So I have a question. I have a good question, and this is for y'all to answer. I think this is something that people find a lot of value in. So first question, actually it's two-parter. First question, how long before you ask someone to be your girlfriend and or boyfriend? How many months? From date number 1.
3 to 6.
How long?
How many months? Are you fucking kidding me?
3 to 6
Okay,
months.
sorry. How many years?
No, I need to know that answer like immediately. Like end of the first date. Like so.
See, you're modern.
Oh, wait, I want to hear this.
No.
You're modern.
Serious. This is so. I believe in 2 rules. Okay, 2 rules when it comes to dating. 1, nothing should ever be said. And 2, always kiss the girl on the first date. That's how you know there's a second date is if you kiss a girl on the first date. That's like a major rule of mine. And if I don't kiss on the first date, I don't feel like it was a good date. I'm like, I need to evaluate like what's going on, like what did I do wrong?
Why?
Honestly. It's just what I do.
Why do you need to know that?
It's not like I learned this from anybody.
Give it
It's
time.
something that I do. But
Someone
at the
can't just
same
like
time-
you and want to marry you the next day. It just takes time.
No. See, again, I'm a man who loves the dating aspect. Like, I don't want any of the rest of it. I just want to get into the dating and just be dating somebody.
But if you, okay, so you say you like dating.
What I'm about.
Oh,
100%.
you said you
I
like
don't wanna
dating,
wait.
but why do you want to end it
I
so
don't
quick
wanna-
and go into a relationship?
There was a few times I've dated girls where it like took like forever. Like I was meeting her every other week and I was like, Jesus Christ, it was just too slow. I was like, holy shit. Like, you know how much I've gone through in this whole time? Like, this is ridiculous. I need to get in it, dude. I don't know what it is. And I'm not even talking about sex. It's not a sex thing. I'm not a big like have to fuck on the first date. The
You
kiss.
got a VCR right away or what?
Yeah, but one of the other rule I was talking about is like I like relationships where you don't really say that you're dating. Like you just are, you know? Where you're kind of just like you've been with the person enough times where it's everyone's like, yeah, no, you're dating.
But
like
isn't that more
technically, but at the same time not.
You would only
Because
know
there's
that
always-
because
there's
it's only
always
the
a-
set pattern of things, right?
That's where it's like that's where maybe I sit in the middle ground of it. Cause like me and my current girlfriend, I never asked her out, like at all. But we're dating, like 100%. Like we were flirting with each other forever and we went on one date and then I slept over and everyone was like, yeah, no, like they're together. And that's it. And it's been that way for over 2 years. So I'm like, yeah, well, like it's worked. But technically no one had to like pop the question. We didn't have a ritual of have to have this,
Yeah.
have to do that.
See, that's
I
the
don't- I don't do
problem.
that shit.
Okay, see. All right, so if you like dating so much, right? You like the aspect of dating, right? But yet you want to end it so quick to get in a relationship because relationship is a little
You're
different
still
from
dating
actual.
in a relationship.
Yeah, I mean you can
Like
still.
you're dating the person you're in a relationship with. That's
Yeah,
still-
but
it's
we're talking about
dating until you're married.
he's talking about like dates, going like certain things, figure out going like movie dates. You're figuring this person out.
I still love that shit. I still do that shit to this day. Every single time I work downtown. So out here in San Francisco, there's Mission. Mission's hell like it's so great food and shit, but not the
Went to
safest
SF
place to
today.
be currently. Oh, you were where? What part?
I went to the Van Gogh exhibit.
Oh shit! I see the pictures of it everywhere, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Shout outs to SF places.
I've been to enough of them. I've seen it all. Actually, I saw a lot of his pieces in New York, and I was like, wow. this shit's
No.
dope.
They don't show his pieces. They have like this fucking like projector on a wall with like this artistic display of all his pieces, and they combine them together. I was upset. I was like, okay,
Oh no,
spent
I've
a lot of
seen
money on
I've
2
seen-
tickets to not see a single Van Gogh painting live. I was like, all right,
No,
this is
no.
dumb.
Yeah, there's
So-
a lot of that. There's a lot of that out here. But no,
Every time
fucking
On my own.
in Mission, anytime I work down there, my girlfriend and I, we will go and get pizza because there's just like amazing pizza place. Shout outs to Il Casero.
called?
Il Casero. Il Casero.
Okay. I'll be out there a lot more
IL.
often now. So
Oh
it is.
shit! Kim's up in here. Kim's here. Kim.
what's up,
Oh.
kid?
Oh
Kim.
shit! Oh shit!
Oh, it's about to get real. All right.
Oh
So let me say
shit!
what I gotta say
Yeah, say it.
about traditional dating. So I am trying to find my way back to traditional dating because I believe, like, as a guy, as you feel that masculine role, there's a certain assertiveness and confidence you have to really make traditional dating work. And I think most women, that's what they want. They just don't trust a guy enough to like go through with that. You know, like I think when guys, I think we're at a point now where girls just don't take what guys say at face value anymore. And traditional dating, when a guy said, I want to take you out, he meant it.
Mm.
He didn't mean come over. he didn't mean let me come over. He didn't mean let's just like be freaky deaky on the Snapchat and then ghost each other. When a guy said I want to take you out, he meant it. And I think the death of traditional dating is when people stop believing what other people said at face value. Also, what you call it? Too many options too. I think the people are just over inundated with options, and they get their heads gassed up by social media. That's talk for another day. So let's go back to like milestones, right? In traditional dating, milestones. This is what I believe it to be. This is what I enact on my own, right? So when Max Savage is saying things are going too slow when you DTR, I do like what he meant. Or if you don't DTR, I do like when he said like it should be unspoken. Like you should act so transparently. There is no question.
Yeah, because I hate the idea that you have to sit there and ask like, well, like, what do you want to be? It should be obvious. It should be something where both of you are already on level of, yeah, no, this is what's happening, you know?
Right. And but Dante says 6 months. I think 9 months.
Jesus, that's a whole baby.
I'll tell you right now, and this is like, again, every time I get on this podcast, I start preaching on my soapbox to young men. But I think there's so much more material out there for women than there is for men when it comes to dating properly and holistically, right? Like actually have a good dating experience. The second thing is women are so over inundated with pursuers now due to the globalization of the dating market. You have to let her put the time in to know if she wants you or not.
You know, it's crazy,
right?
man.
What's up?
You know, it's so crazy. Like, I mean, I've seen more of the switching roles of, and I don't mind. It's more like women are being more assertive these days. I mean, maybe the women at my age. I was actually going to have an episode talking about dating in your 30s. I probably do that with like Mondre or a couple other people. But
sorry, y'all, not my 30s.
Yeah, you ain't yet. You ain't there yet. So. But no,
I'm literally 1 year away. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna be a part of that. Yes.
But I think in that sense, like I've seen that happen a couple of times. Like one girl literally asked me all the questions. Like it was on dating app. She's like, "Well, why did you swipe on me?" Or "Why did you? What is it?" Like she was asking me certain things. Like, "What are you looking for on here?" Like I hate that question. It's just like, yo, what do you think I'm looking for in here? I get like people looking to fuck whatever, but like literally everyone ultimately still wants to date. Huh?
What app was this? If you don't mind me asking.
You want to know?
If it was on Hinge, you're obviously looking for something more meaningful. If y'all matched on Tinder, I ain't looking for love on Tinder.
It was on a POF. You know, shout out to POF.
I don't know if it's on POF. I've never been on.
POF.
Is POF more hookup or more relationship?
I see more strippers on there. For my end, as a guy.
POF is POS. My personal opinion.
Oh, okay. So I've never been on that app. I've been on Hinge, I've been on Bumble, and I've been on Tinder. Hinge is like bread and butter because whether we're going to be official or not official, I still want a holistic like connection. And I feel like Hinge does a really good job of fostering that. Tinder is just like, if we finna just goof off and hook up, because I'm not going to take it seriously if I'm on Tinder. You probably don't even have a bio when I swiped on you. So it's like, you know, never been on POF. And on Bumble, I'm not going to rant, but just know women, hey is not a good opener. Y'all hate when we do it. Don't do it to us.
Well, the thing is, the women want the men to initiate it. They want men to do everything like that. They want us to do all the shit, all the rings of bells, because their life is so completely boring, and they just want us to entertain them half the time. I mean, this is what we go through in the 30s. That's what I go through. Yeah, I am looking for someone to watch anime with me. Like that. That's it, man. That is it. Watch anime and DC movies. Like, come on, man.
I got the movies going on, but anime I haven't gotten to yet. We're working on that.
Hey, come on, man. You gotta get it. Let's go. But yeah, I mean, part of it is true what you say, but it's just like, to me, yes, the apps are generally for hookups, and I get like women go through that. Like, I don't know if they go through it, if they get with dudes like sending dick pics. I don't know how it is on the women's end, but when you go and asking that question already, it's kind of like, I told her, I was like, hey man, like, do you ever like pick up a book and then call the author like, yo, can you tell me what this book's about so I don't have to read this shit? Like, it doesn't defeat the purpose. It's like, yo, like, you're trying to, that's what we're engaging for. That's the fun part about it, figuring someone out, like finding new things about someone instead of just them telling you everything. It's so quick mindset.
Say it louder, Dante. Right?
No, it's like it's a quick mindset that I've always like. It bothers me. It's like, yo, like, how about you just how am I? Like, I literally say, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Like, like I had a great day today. Like, how was your day? Instead of just jumping into, what are you looking for in here? Why'd you swipe on me? What is it? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yo, like if I tell you all that shit, like, what if I say like, yo, I'm just trying to fuck? Like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean?
I have a
Like,
question for you guys.
like,
And be honest here. Do you feel like in modern dating, women are stepping out of traditional women roles, but still want men to do traditional men roles?
well, the problem is, I mean, a lot of women want to, like you said, fit that masculine role, and like they want a man to be a man at the last minute when things start really going down, right? Right, and it's just like it's funny to me because it's like, yo, you want a man to be a man, but you won't let him be a man, like, right?
Are you familiar with Stefan Labossiere? He's a guest host of Dreads on that one podcast, Roommates.
No,
Nah.
So he always talks about it. So he was telling a story about he was telling a story about how he goes to the esthetician, right? And he was talking about his esthetician takes care of a lot of like really, really high-end IG models. And she was saying these IG models be like living this like super high falutin bougie single life, but all they talk about is why they can't find it. And I have been the believer, and I've been saying this since like honestly ever since I've gotten on like this gold pill, red pill shtick. Women want masculine energy no matter how masculine the woman is. Like women want masculine energy. Women want a man, a virtuous man. I don't care what she says about how much likes being single. I don't care about how much Megan Stallion she listens to. I don't care how much Cardi B she be quoting on her Instagram captions. She wants a good man.
Cardi B doesn't want to cook. She doesn't want to clean. She can show you how you get that diamond ring. That's literally what she said in the song.
I didn't say women are going to find a good man. Because if you're acting like you don't want one, guess what? You're not going to get one.
That's like...
But
that's why I want to talk about an actual. Is that because I was surprised you came on Red Pill? You and I were actually going to have this conversation about submissive women and assertive men, right? I was going to change that because I didn't know who was going to pop on today, so I was like, I guess I could put Max, because Max, you're not into that kind of energy. You're like, yeah, whatever. You're kind of more equal balance, right?
Yeah,
you see equal balance of force.
No, I need that polarity.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not knocking it, Max. It's just that
people wouldn't think this, but I completely agree with Red Pill. Like it's just something I've seen. Like it's a thing. Women, even if they are, even trying to be like a higher masculine woman or the woman in power or whatever, sometimes they do still want to feel like a lady, like a woman, be treated like one in a way of like a proper presence. And sometimes that means being the diamond ring in the relationship. So like I even see chicks who are that whole like I'm this, I'm that, still wanting the man to be a man. No one wants to date a fucking loser. Nobody does. Nobody wants something who's less than that.
Let me add on to that.
And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, so you talk about like guys with big dicks, guys with cars, guys with money. What do all these things equate to? Being a man. What does a car mean? Responsibility. What does money mean? Being able to provide. What does having a big dick mean? Well, you're a dude. Like you're a man. Like all this all equates to the same shit. So it's like, yeah, absolutely. I believe that.
He said big dick
like,
energy. Max got big dick energy. Let's be honest. He got big dick
all
energy.
The time, bro. We know he's happy. We know he is.
You know you got big dick energy.
That's because when someone doesn't boast about it, there's got to be something behind it, like.
So here's the thing too, and this is literally my experience in dating, right? This is my experience in dating women. So again, I'm in the Bay Area. We got a whole bunch of women in Long Beach, a whole bunch of women who are boss bitches. Boss bitch is the movement now, right? City girl summer. It's we fans this, fans do that. I tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, if a girl goes on more than like 3 dates with me, she's gonna crack first. And by crack first, I mean she's gonna just end up taking that submissive role, or she's gonna start looking at me for advice, or looking at me for masculine energy, or looking for me to be that good man figure in her life. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say it, don't listen to what she says. Watch what she does. If she's always talking about, I'm a boss bitch, I got this, I got that, I don't need no man, but she wants you to call her to take her out. She wants you to pull out your card and pay for that date. Mm-hmm. She wants you to give her non-sexual validation. She wants you to be the man. And I guarantee you, 9.5 out of 10 women want that, right? So don't listen to these women when they're saying, oh, I don't need no man, or I don't want this, or I don't want that. One, if she's bossy and combative, she's not a good woman for you. But two, give her like a month. She just has that hard shell because she's been done dirty. She just got those calluses because she got done dirty when she was a kid and she hasn't healed yet. You got to lead by example. So I think one time I was on a date with a girl, right, and we were having a great time, and she kept talking about how she was a dime, she was a trophy wife, she didn't need no man, she never gonna fold, she all that. I literally told her, don't play those games with me. I said, look, I'm not finna do you stupid. I'm not gonna do you dirty. But don't come here acting all tough, because in the end, who you want to be the tough one here, me or you? You want to be the man in this? You can take the check. Otherwise, relax, have a good time. Just trust I'm not gonna be that guy that you're so used to, right? Mm-hmm. Give me a shot. Don't tell me how bad you don't need me. You start playing hard to want. You start playing hard to get. You start playing hard to want. Instantly. Okay.
Yeah.
Pay for the check. I got a table. She grabbed my arm. We got in the car. She wasn't playing her Cardi B no more, like we were on our previous date.
He said Cardi B.
Bruno Mars. She's playing all this soft shit. I just told her, like, don't play this hard game with me. Like, I don't want it. Like, there needs to be polarity here. But to do that, to be able to tell a woman who's coming to the city girl shit, this hot girl summer shit, this Cardi B Meg Thee Stallion shit, you have to be comfortable leading. You have to be comfortable taking that responsibility of, I'm going to plan and I'm probably going to pay most of the time. Right? So, like, you got to be a man. Be a man. Be a masculine man. And it's hard when we don't have mentors, we don't have teachers. If you're not religious, it's even harder to know, like, what you should do, but you got to go figure that out. DM my Instagram if you want to know, like, some books and stuff I can put you on. But other than that, it's like, women want a man. I don't give a fuck what she says. Women want a man. 9.5 out of 10 women want a man to be the man in the relationship.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't remember who it is, but there was some what's it called? There is a singer who had said that. She's like, I already have a pussy. I don't need another one. And like, that resonates pretty well. It's like, yeah, no, makes fucking sense. It's funny because one of my friends just went on a date. And
whoa, hold on. We got a comment on here.
We got a question by Denise?
No, it's a comment on my Twitch.
Word.
From T-Mac206.
Put the story on hold. What's this? What's the comment?
What the fuck kind of women do you continuously go for to make you come to such a declarative statement? 9.5 to 10 women? Stop. Start raising your standards.
So whoever said that obviously has like poor literacy because they don't know what I said. What I said was 9.5 out of 10 women want a man to be the man. That is what I said. So if you're saying my standards are low, like that has nothing to do with my standards. I think it's the fucking truth. 95% of women want the man to be the man in the relationship. What's it to do with my standards?
Go for it. Get her.
I'm gonna go. That's all I'm gonna say.
100%. I'm gonna say that's exactly what he said. He said 9.5 out of 10, not like I only go for 9.5 for 10s.
Wait, it was funny. I said so. Even then, she's telling me to raise my standards. Even if she thought that's what or he or she or they. I'm not gonna assume pronouns here. Thought that's what I said, right? How can my standards go higher than 9.5? That's about as high as I can go.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring it. He T-Mac206.
Without having a 7-figure income, that's about as high as I can possibly pull if I'm lucky. That's so, what are you talking about?
We got another question too, man.
She's like, raise the bar, go for 11s.
Right.
And we got two questions here. We got one on Facebook and then one on Instagram. Probably on POF soon. Question: do y'all feel like feminism is used to hide unhealed trauma? Curious question, not a shot at anyone.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Is feminism?
I'm not a woman. I can't really speak on that.
Unhealed trauma.
I mean, people use social causes for all kinds of things. I'm not going to sit here and debate which kind of cause is proper, which reason to use which cause is proper. All I'm going to say is no matter how much of a feminist she is, 95% of women want a man to be the man. And if she's being bossy and combative, that's not someone you should date, regardless of her social, political affiliations, right? If she's too bossy and combative, that's not someone who respects you, regardless if she's a feminist, meninist, communist, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and besides, when it comes down to feminism in itself, feminism is about women just having same equal. That means they want women to be women and men to be men.
Right.
That's not, and that has nothing to do. Was just letting people know, since I do live in San Francisco, I have to say shit like this.
Shit.
It has nothing to do with trans anything either. It's just when it comes down to straight dating between cis people, that's what it's looked into. Women want to be treated well, and men mainly to be the provider in it, and that's not bad. That's not wrong. That's kind of in our genetic code. You know,
I want to add one thing to that.
And if it means that if you're one of these people that's a woman going into a man or a man going into a woman, and you feel that those are strong needs for you too, and yeah, that's true. And I know that because I do know men that want to be more of the like, tell me I'm pretty, and it's like, yeah, it's because of this. Go for it. Go.
All right.
Other ways.
So I guess T-Mac has something to say after this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just so you know, T-Mac, man, we're not coming out disrespectful, so don't say any disrespectful comments, but I'm going to say exactly what he said in the comments. I quote exactly what you said. You did a couple of lame-ass women and then make the declarative statement that 9.5 out of 10 women feel that way. Y'all some dummies thinking I was saying 9.5 on some whack-ass scale. You 35-year-old men apparently still use. 35-year-old men. 35-year-old man?
Damn,
I ain't no 35-year-old.
Skincare routine.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't no 35-year-old man.
I
ain't no 35-year-old man, but you know, if I look like it, I apologize. But
my question would be: so are you saying that women don't want men to be the man in a relationship? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to understand what you're saying here. So you're saying
he's just a troll. I mean, I wouldn't even give that kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? We got some haters every now and then. This is like actually one of my first haters on here. I'm actually surprised. That means we're doing well. We actually do. We making big moves. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know.
Right? But it's like, you know, I see where if you feel that way, that's cool. Props to you, man.
Absolutely. If in your instances you happen to be somebody who, let's say, is in the opposite.
Are you trolling? T-Mac, are you trolling though? T-Mac 206. I don't know. You calling us dummies? Oh, you calling us?
But hey, moving forward, I think Kim had a question in the Instagram chat, right? So Kim was like, how does a guy approach trying to find mentors if he doesn't have anyone or any? Well, it's the truth. Most men don't have any anymore. If there's not any like immediate family members he can trust. But luckily, the world is globalized now. Yeah. Right. So there are tons of coaches, tons of paid mentors if he has the financial wherewithal. And there's also a lot of men out there just speaking good advice, right? And a mentor doesn't have to be like this like super apprentice master type relationship. It can just be someone who just knows a bit more than you in that space and is willing to spend 30 minutes a month just telling you about it, right? And you also have to understand like where do you feel like you're deficient in? If you feel like, oh, okay, like I feel like I need a mentor because like I just don't know how to do a bunch of things financially. Well, you don't need to go like find Warren Buffett. Like you can watch a couple YouTube videos, read through a couple Reddit threads, read some anecdotal stories on how to use Vanguard, right? So it's just one of those like you kind of already have to know what you need a mentor for. When the student is ready, the master will appear. So you need to know what you need a mentor for, and then it's very easy to find one in that space.
Okay.
I was about to say, if you're having financial problems, just make friends with Jews.
Okay, yeah. So
we'll teach you a lot. We'll get you through it.
Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, that is true. I appreciate that response too. That's a good one. Okay, let me redirect this one more time. I'm gonna go towards the energy store T-Mac. He's not trying to troll. He's just saying don't skew your perception of women from these club hoes. So okay, all right, okay. Well, he said try dating like lawyers, professors, and doctors. I've dated those, so I mean.
Okay, I can talk about that. The numbers still show women. Let's say a woman who has a post-bachelor's degree, one with a master's or PhD degree, statistically are more likely to marry someone with a similar degree or a higher degree. The only time the outliers have shown where women with a master's or PhD degree didn't marry someone of equal education level was when that person had a higher gross income. If that doesn't say she still wants the man to be the man, I don't know. I'm not saying she can't make decisions for himself, right? You have to change your idea of masculinity. A man is not a dictator, right? He's not like just the end all say all, I'm making laws for you. He's just the man. He just takes on massive responsibility and takes on extreme ownership.
If there is anybody who beats that statistic, that's me, technically speaking.
Respect. Major outliers out here.
Currently,
Max has broke the code.
Yeah.
How did you do it? I can do it too.
My girl is about to graduate college in like a month, and I'm about to approach getting into school.
Are you going to school? Okay.
She definitely makes more money than me, but the difference in it is I'm still a man. Like I still do the tradition. Like I have the car, I drive, I do everything around. That's still my duty as the I guess masculine partner. In a way, you know, I still provide in every other way, you know.
Right.
Because I'm like, yeah, like I'm not gonna waste my time in bullshit trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get school. No, I'm like, you're the one who, if you like it, you go for it. Fuck it. Like I'm not one of those people. But the thing is, it's not like it started like that. I made more money when we met, and then I got another job, and then left that job and had to like start over pretty much. And I'm planning on, you know, if I can get more, that's cool, but I'm not competing. I'm like, yo, if you're making more than me, we're already settled together, so shit, we're good. Her money's my money at this point. Okay, like when she does good, I do good. You know, her promotions means that I get more salad and steak.
Respect. So they say, yeah, your partner's victories are your victories. Mm-hmm. I just know how I am as a man, and I know what women talk about because I talk to them and I know what they say they want. So,
and if anything,
it's okay.
I'm
moving forward,
you know, I'm 100%. I know a lot of guys get this perception of their lady leaving them whenever they're put in, like if it comes down to like, oh, she is making more money, like she's gonna leave me for somebody else who makes more money, or like she's way better looking. One thing is, women do like guys that are stable and those who give them what they need, and not what they want, things that they need, just the providing in any way. Because that shows that it's like you're giving, like a lot of relationships that I know of end up ending because the guy's not doing anything or the girl's not doing anything in it. One of them is doing more than the other. And that is that perception of, it's kind of your job is to be that person in the relationship. Case in point, that's what I have to do. I got to step up and make sure everything else is on level because I'm not going to make more money. Fuck it.
Yeah. That's my Denise had a question on Facebook. So Denise says, is it still possible to date seriously from the app world? Honest opinion. Yeah. This is something that's like 60% of marriages like started because people met like on app. Like that's like over 50% of couples meet up on an app or meet online first.
Yeah, I mean, what it basically comes down to is, this is something I've looked into too, is like, especially if it's a paid dating app, you're way of a higher success to find somebody that you're going to stay with, because that's the whole point of paid apps like that, is they actually get you the result versus like your Tinder or whatever, which is just popcorn dating in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Which doesn't mean you can't find people. I know people who've met people on Tinder and shit, and it's like, yo, like if it works, it works, but it's not guaranteed because it's exactly that. It's just like, it's popcorn dating. It's easy, but if you click, you click. You know, like if you can make it work, you can make it work. Don't expect it to every time.
Yeah, right. No, it's true.
Online dating is great if you got,
if you know how to work it.
Yeah, if you can get it work, you can do it.
Yeah,
but that's also why like day game is so effective, because like most girls aren't like, it's crazy when I get a girl's number and I call her as first form of contact after I get her number. Like that should be mandatory, because that like the amount of girls who have been like, oh my god, you called me, or I'll leave a voicemail if they don't answer, right? Because most people don't answer unknown numbers anymore. There's too much call spam going on.
Yeah. And
so I'll leave a voicemail and I'll shoot them a text like, oh hey, try to call. Hope your days are going well. Markel. And they'll call back immediately and be like, did you call me? I'd be like, yeah. And they'll go, oh, you just like, are you okay? And I'd be like, yeah, you gave me a number, so I called you. Like, that is just so And I'm gonna say right now, I'm much younger than the other two guys, right? Like I'm much younger than the other two guys. So like, especially for like people my age, when I do that, like it's mind blowing.
Yeah. Because again, it shows that there's more to it. The amount of effort that you just put into just doing that, of putting not the hardest, like I believe the hardest form of that communication would be to meet them face to face, but to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out of my way and give a phone call. Because that's all it is. A text message is just easy, right? Like a DM is just easy. A Snapchat is just easy. Effort's what's gonna get you what you want.
Well, I would even add into this too. Like her DM is full of dudes setting hard eyes.
Oh yeah.
Her DM is full of dudes. Her text messages might be full of dudes. You know, they got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And they have this little hub. They can just send little messages to everybody in the little hub. But when they pick up that phone, if you are an engaging conversationalist, she will talk to you and only you in that moment. You have her 100% undivided attention. And that's your like little window to be like, look at me, I'm great.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm trying to like get this camera thing on here, but I was trying to get my camera thing working on here. But I'm doing like multiple things at once. But I'm here, y'all. I hear y'all.
You IT, you the host, you the marketing planner. You do it all, man. You got all the hats on. You like make it. Like you're just doing everything.
I'm trying. I apologize if I miss any of your guys' comments and all the questions, man. I'm glad you guys are tapping in and helping out with that, because I'm like, oh shit, I'm trying to do everything right now. But yeah, man, I'm here. Don't worry about me, guys. Continue on the conversations. Oh man, I'm just here for the.
Someone said in the Facebook chat, my experience has been lately, I hit it off with someone, we vibing, everything. Then they come out of nowhere and say, I'm not over my ex. So, as a former nice guy, right? Like I am a reformed nice guy. I can tell you right now, we call that the last minute hesitation, or I changed my mind, or I'm not over my ex, or just the straight ghost.
Yeah.
It usually happens when there's like just not enough like escalation, if that makes sense. Like women do like to feel like there's this buildup and there's this tension, there's this excitement, and there's gonna be this payoff over the hill. And so before she's like really invested in you, like if we had to put like on a graph, it's gonna look like this, right? Like you're going up, 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 up. And then usually around this point, she'll invest in you. She's like, all right, like I'm here. Right. And this is just we're all guys here. We understand that for the most part, men are the natural pursuers. We're the ones who have to go after women and then kind of convince them or just display ourselves to make them make the decision. Right. Unless we're super like high value in the public eye, it's usually how it works. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere along here where it flatlined. Right. And that usually happens when, not that you're too available, but you're talking too much to her too often. Allow her to miss you. If you guys hit it off really good on one phone call and you don't talk to her at all the next day, I guarantee you the day after that, when you text her, she'll answer right away. Right? Like, and that kind of goes into modern dating, right? Mm-hmm. Like you do have to get that attraction. You do have to put that idea of scarcity in her mind, right? Because unfortunately, we don't date based off merit. We date based off what's attractive in society. Right? Back then, you would date somebody because, oh, that's so-and-so's son, and he's going to so-and-so college, and I heard he does really, really good at football, and he was really nice to Cindy when they went out, right? Like, you would date him based off merit. We don't really date based off merit anymore. We're really dating based off excitement, right? And who is our highest possible quality option. Guys who are super addicted to pornography, guys who are constantly scrolling through Instagram models are not going to take women who aren't beyond conventionally attractive seriously, because in their mind they're still holding out for this like porn star looking lady. Whereas women are so used to seeing all these girls, these lavish lifestyles, these rapper boyfriends, they're holding out for this guy who's going to do that for them. That's not realistic. That's not real life. That's not how things break down. That's not how it works out. Right. So as far as homegirls always telling you, oh, like I'm not over my ex or whatever, that might be true, but more than not, they're just trying to let you down nicely because like they're just not entirely excited anymore. And that's some parts you, but parts them as well, right? And the best way to make a girl excited is polarity. I'm telling you right now, it is polarity. There needs to be a drastic polarity. That is why I think the basis of sexual attraction, right? Because if you have a magnet and two of the same poles, they're going to repel. They're going to repel. But if you have their opposite poles, you know, that's why you see the pictures of Conan the Barbarian with this super thin, dainty little feminine chick who's basically tits on a stick. That is the best like picture of polarity I think of. Right?
Yeah.
So creating polarity to create excitement. When there's a great amount of polarity, that's usually where chemistry, you know, and there's social chemistry. That's usually where something magical can happen right there.
Yeah. Someone's one person commented also on there said it's a vicious cycle. We need to be broken. It's a vicious cycle. He agreed with you what you said. It's a vicious cycle that needs to be broken.
Yeah. And that usually happens when, you know, where it's kind of like you subscribe to this super egalitarian model of dating. Yeah. Right? Like you need to be kind. You need to be generous. You need to be willing to provide and be nice to your lady at bare minimum. Right? Because you shouldn't just be a dick all the time. But
what? I thought dick always works. I thought being a dick is always like the key, man.
But that's not how you keep women around.
Damn. All right. Well, we don't need to be assholes all the time.
But you gotta balance it out. And all you have to do is just be self-driven and assertive with boundaries. So, like a great example, and women, don't get mad at me, but y'all love showing up late on dates.
Really?
Y'all love showing up late on dates. Well, I'm gonna real dude, Dante. You're always late, so you're probably the late one. Like, but women love showing up late on dates. They just do. And as a man, a great example of being the nice guy, but also being the asshole is you're willing to still pay for the date and you're still waiting to wait for her to get there. But when she shows up, you tell her you didn't appreciate the fact that she was crazy late. And you don't do it on the very first date, but it's like usually a consistent pattern. You'd be like, look, if we say we're going to meet at 8 o'clock, 8:05, 8:10, 8:15, I totally get it. You're going to just find parking or you're powdering your nose in the bathroom or you're making sure I'm not like an axe murderer, right? But if every time we're supposed to meet up at one time, you show up 30 minutes later, I just feel like you don't respect my time all that much. I'm a busy guy. Can you at least be a little bit closer to 8 o'clock? And if she gets mad at you or says she can't do that or just doesn't do that, that shows a lot about her respect for your time. I guarantee you, if you bring it up respectfully but firmly, she'll be on time for the next date and she'll be more attracted to you.
I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know why I feel targeted in this situation, man. I'm not always late. Okay, like let's be clear. Okay, I get it. Things happen. Yeah, you shouldn't let things slide all the time. I was on a date that someone took an hour to come by. I felt some type of way. I was there, and I was like, oh shit, I'm actually here. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And what made it worse is that she complained that I didn't get a table. Like, that was the one. Like, that was like, all right, I'm done. Fuck this. Because it was just like, you already came an hour late. And the fact that you got mad at me because I didn't start to get a table, I had to wait at the table for an hour. And that's costing money for a restaurant. You guys understand how that works. That's 3 people there. There's like 2 or 3 people there. You're costing that business there. Like, I'm not going to do that.
What did you say to her?
I said, well, I didn't get the table. And she's like,
and she was like, oh, you couldn't get a table?
I was like, nope. I said, nope.
That's all you have to say. Well, I would have been like, look, if I got a table and you were an hour late, I would have cost the restaurant money. I understand business. I'm not going to do that soon. If you came a little bit closer on time, we would have had a table already. And that's all I would have said.
Yeah, I said, like, nope.
But anyways, how's your day going? How was the drive? Is everything okay?
No, I wouldn't put up with that. I wouldn't have waited an hour, to be honest. 30 minutes, I'm gone. I'm like, no, I'm cool. Because like, it is coming down to that. Like, I'm a nice guy. And if you're not punctual, what's the point?
Yeah.
Can't expect that for the whole rest of whatever relationship we might have had.
Which is what, here's the thing. That's why you have to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I've done this 100,000 times where there was a transgression where I should have said something and I didn't say something and it set the wrong precedent for the remainder of whatever we were.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't set a precedent of, like, I think as men, you should also tell a girl if you're interested in her, like, hey, look, If I text you on a Thursday and you don't reply back until a Sunday, if you're not interested, you're not interested. If I'm busy, but you're putting on your story 10 times a day, just say you don't like me, right? Just say you don't like, yeah, you should look at the message, but if you guys had history and you're starting to do this weird thing, say something. If she showed up at least today every single time, say something. And I give girls 15 minutes, right? I get it. Girls, like, I've just because I've had girlfriends, I've had overnight and week trips with girlfriends, man, 20 minutes for the post to leave, they think of 100 things to do. I just understand that's how girls work. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do that. Oh, da, 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 da. Or they're on FaceTime with their friends for an hour crying because the dress doesn't look how they thought it was going to look. I understand that happens. But if you're more than like 20 minutes late, I will say something on the first date. And it's usually a joke. I'd be like, man, 20 minutes late. I was like, you have to work this late.
No,
it's a joke, but she knows it's like, if you want to see me, at least be closer on time. Mm-hmm. More than like, you're like, grace period of 10 minutes, I'm not going to, fuck it, I don't care. But if you got me sitting there looking like a dope for 45 minutes, then you show up late and give me a side hug, oh, sorry, traffic, I'm going to say something. You know?
See, but I told someone accountable. There's nothing wrong with that. I normally don't. I mean, I guess it's a bad thing that I'm just kind of like lax about it. But for me, it's like I give people a couple of strikes. Like I'm like, yo, all right, you were late the day before, you were late to this day, and you're late this day. Like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get like the first time something's happened. Like, I'm like, okay, I give a couple of strikes, man. I don't hit people like off the fly, like as a fucking like stern. It's just cool. That's your style, man. But like, I'm more like, people make mistakes. I'm late sometimes.
Well, hold on. It's a how you say it kind of thing.
You were saying like, yo, if you were like motherfucking late 20 minutes, like, bitch, like, what the fuck?
But it's okay. But I'm on the podcast right now. I'm out on the date right now. I'll tell you right now, I can't talk to a girl like that. Women are softer. You have to use a softer voice.
Yeah, you were poaching her
more
like,
human.
Yo.
I can't talk to her like I talk to y'all. Like, if you showed up 20 minutes late, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if it's a homie,
if a girl's 20 minutes late, like,
you check me now, just do the same shit the next day. No, I'm just kidding.
If a girl's 20 minutes late, I'd be like, oh, you make them look extra long. That's why you late. That's what I would say. Like, oh, your dress looks extra cute. This is why you were late. Right? Like, I'm gonna let her know, like, I know you were late.
Yeah.
And then on the second date, if it happens again, I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna real with you. Like, punctuality is a big deal. If you're more than 10 minutes late, I'll just go home.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be weird, not pressure. Like, pop that bubble of tension. Straight up say it. Like, look, punctuality is a big deal for me. I get sometimes things happen, but if you've been late to every single day, like,
okay. All right, okay. So yeah. I mean, the first one, it's like, okay, cool. Shit happens, right? But if the girl's like, I'm always late, like, I'm like, okay, you're always late every time. Like, they usually tell me, like, I don't know about that.
Don't you work? Once you got a job, you late to your job. If you had a doctor's appointment at 10 o'clock, you showed up at 10:20, that doctor's not going to take you. You want to know why? Because he respects his time, just like me.
So Kim says, it's just consisting that registers in my female brain as manhood. It's security and safety. Oh yeah, that's tell me no, show me your boundaries. That's sexy. Even better, explain to me your boundaries. Explain, not mansplain.
You got to mansplain. The only way. Mansplain.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, that's exactly. This is the way.
This is the way.
Watch Star Wars. This is the way.
This is the way. Yeah. Shout out to Deej. What's going on, DJ? Hi, Diaz. What's good? But yeah, man, it's definitely a topic to talk about. I mean, I know we kind of get a little worked up. Hopefully, we I think in the future, I think we should start coming with some more statistics and start just saying shit. I think I'm going to start doing some research on my end. Stats are key. I think we can't just spew out things. I think that was the whole point of that whole situation we had earlier with T-Mac. He was just,
Well, wait, wasn't this like a long time ago we had a whole post. I remember it was me and some of the old hosts. We had a whole thing about hypergamy, right?
Yeah. I brought some stats, yeah.
On that episode, right? I'm pretty sure on the brief we had written for that episode, I had put the links of where I've gotten my data on women with higher level education still looking for men with similar higher level education or higher income. That is statistically proven. I'm not BSing that. Like, I will find that link again. I don't just make this stuff up. I don't just pull it out of my butt. I want to know why things are the way they are empirically.
No, we gotta have some stats. I mean, that's key. People are gonna start saying shit like we just spewing out shit. Old ass men, 35 and above, right?
Apparently,
including
yeah.
you, right? Including you.
No grace, no grace, no crow's feet, nothing. My skincare gold from I'm 35.
I got a little gray here and there.
How old are you? How old is he?
I don't know, man. I don't even know who he is. He just popped in with no
He don't
picture.
matter.
With no picture.
No picture, no profile. Yeah, keyboard warrior.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on dude. I get where he's coming from, how he feels. He feels that there should be some stats or whatever case may be, whatever we saying. I guess they don't understand our lingo because they're just now tapping into our why date. We
I mean, the
say a
way
lot
he
of
was
shit.
typing, it's not his
Please
great.
do the research. I encourage people to do the research on the shit we say. I encourage people to come back with some statistics and hit us with some shit. Because I would love to hear that. I love numbers.
Bring
shit.
a woman on the podcast that doesn't want her man to be a man.
Yeah. It's statistics. I mean,
Read that for
statistically.
me. Read that for, because all I ever hear is women saying men aren't man enough. So go show me a man. Go show me a woman who wants a man to not be the man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not shooting no blows at nobody, but like, it's just, you know, at the end of the day, don't get mad, upset with shit that we say. Do your research. Like, come back with us with some research. Don't just argue back with us. That's just how I feel. But if you ain't got no statistics, well, do you? Do you got stats? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's.
Can you back up your claim?
Can you back up your claim and what you feel? Because like we all go in with our own experience. That's the whole point of this podcast. We're talking about our own experience. Our own experience, right? Literally, I have to repeat our own experiences. So please come with statistics of people who averagely are doing this. Because we're probably not averagely. We're probably a little bit above average. A lot of us are. But it's like, you know, don't get mad about it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that didn't even bother me. He just kind of came in and out. I don't know if he's still here or not here or she's still here, but like, I get where you're coming from, man. Like, you want stats. Like, we'll bring some stats with us. We'll do some number crunching if that's what you want to do.
I understand like the whole stats thing, but I would even say too, like, okay, so the greatest philosophers of the ancient world didn't have any stats. So we're going to just discount them as well?
Yeah.
Sun Tzu didn't have any stats. So, okay, the whole art of war doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Aristotle didn't have any stats.
Aristotle did not have stats. Aristotle did not have stats.
Plagiarized after Seneca doesn't matter anymore.
He had to tell the whole world. He had to tell the whole world his own beliefs and try to create some factual information, right?
I just want, my whole thing is like what I said, honestly, okay, numbers, I can just say majority. Get the 9.5 thing. Majority of women want the man to be successful and assertive. Not a dick, not a dictator, just successful and assertive, right? Show me a woman who wants a man that's neither of those things.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know.
Anecdotal evidence, observation. That's science. That's scientific method. First thing, observe.
Yeah,
and then
you're right.
Right? Isn't that how it works? So I've dated women, and I know when I belly upped and I wasn't assertive, and I was at a point in my life where I wasn't really taking care of my own personal business as a human being, they didn't stick around very long. When I was assertive and I was taking care of my business as a human being and I was still being a pleasant, generous person, they stuck around a lot longer. And I had sex with them. You can't tell me.
And I had sex
with them. Work.
You had to add that in there, though. You had to add sex in there.
It's important.
Because it works. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I see what you mean. You know what I mean? So, like I said, people get a little offended here, and we get little situations, and people get like really offended the shit that we say. But like, honestly, man, like, you feel that way, man, like, do your research. What is it? What is it like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you feel like anything we're saying is not factual, prove us wrong.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
No problem. I have no problem if someone were to come.
If we're wrong, please let us know we're wrong.
Here's 30 women who are against what you're saying. Yeah, sure, fuck it.
I mean, please let us know we're wrong. Please. Yeah. I would love to say, damn, we were wrong the whole fucking time. This whole episode, we were wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I'll learn from it. I'm like, okay, cool. We learned.
This entire time, I totally thought that women wanted a guy to be the guy, but now I know they don't.
Well, that wasn't the whole point. That was the whole scenario that happened earlier. That happened with.
I appreciate you.
That happened with us saying 9.5 and 10 women averagely think this way, certain ways.
That's one of those things where he just realized, or they realized, they weren't up to conventional par. They felt like they didn't live up to what we were saying most women expected, and so instead of realizing they were deficient in some area. They're going to just call our assertion wrong. But that's that whole ideal of like, I don't like what you said, no matter how true it is, because I don't perform. You're wrong, not I have work to do.
Well, I mean, it's what I see on Kevin Samuels' shit. So I mean, like I get that. I'm sure he gets that all the time, right?
Fucking love Kevin Samuels.
The fact that we entertain that situation, I just,
not all his methods, but definitely his ideas.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm not going to do it. I apologize for him calling him a troll. I thought he was just coming here with no profile, with nothing. He just came in here and just kind of just blasted.
He's just wrong.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to say that because people who want to be combative, people want to be combative. Well, you ain't coming with no facts. Well, where's your facts? Well,
exactly.
Well, I don't got them yet, but it's just like, show us something. Send me a little DM. I encourage everyone to do your research. Please do. Like, we're no fucking guru. We're no fucking love guru. We're not like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey or some shit. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not like, we're not doing magic tricks here. You know what I'm saying? He said Markel's is younger than Kevin Samuels. I feel like you're going to be Kevin Samuels in the next like 20 years.
I'm next up. But honestly, I'm just waiting. Give it like another year one thing I'm really working on is getting closer with my faith, right? Really practicing my faith every single day, becoming definitely a much more virtuous man. This time next year, you're going to be calling me the gold pill, not the red pill. But we're working on that right now. We're still doing our self-transformation journey.
All right, man.
Still got shit to do.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Max Savage, so I've reached my peak. I'm good.
Yeah, we know you're good.
Yeah, I reached the savagery, and I'm in. I'm in it to win it.
So I guess we'll wrap things up. I don't know. Are you doing after hours? I don't know. Are we doing after hours? Should we?
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, man. I really just got back. So there must have been an accident. So I missed my exit. I was leaving SF around like 4:00. I missed my exit, and I got stuck in dead-end traffic for 40 minutes. Didn't move for 40 minutes. And then I had to drive from SF all the way to the 209 at like 5:00 afternoon. Brutal. So I'm exhausted.
Yeah, wait. So was the Van Gogh in Golden Gate Park?
No, the Van Gogh was it off Grove Street? No, it was like off Grove. It was like a 10-minute walk away from Market.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out which way you went up to get to the Bay Bridge over, because I live out closer to like where Golden Gate is, and I know that exact drive. It takes an hour to get out of the city, and I'm like, this city is not that long.
Like I had missed my exit, and then it rerouted me to come up by the pier.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, you're stuck. You're not getting in. So then I had to go all the way around, and it was this super brutal process. Like, okay. Luckily, I had a really good podcast on, but yeah.
Nice.
Oh, which podcast? Huh? Was it YD?
Yeah, it was YD. It was YD podcast. I listened to some old episodes that I wasn't able to make it on. So, it's catching up.
Back when Max sounded even more like a baby.
I know, man. Hey.
Like a child.
Hey, shout out to you getting some hair in your chest, Max. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
He stepped it up. I mean, I got 12% left on my battery. I'll probably go through this a whole 12 minutes 12%. I don't know how long I got. But I'm not sure if you guys have any other questions or anything like that. I know Kim's asking.
One thing I want to say is like, maybe I don't quote all the books that I read or all the sources and stuff, but like I'm a really informed person. But literally, science is based off of observation, and I'm just telling you what has worked in my life, right? I have been dating I've maybe only I don't take very many breaks from dating. If I do, it might be like a month, maybe a month and a half, focus on like a project, something like that. I've only ever had 2 girlfriends. They both didn't last very long. I've been in the game for a minute. Even though I'm a young guy, like I'm dating, I'm consistently dating. I'm typically plate spinning most of the time, right? I day game. So I approach women. I see an attractive girl. She doesn't look too preoccupied. I'm going to go try and get her number. So I have failed over and over and over again. I've had girls ghost me. I've had girls tell me I'm not interested in you. I've had girls have like last minute hesitation. Like I've taken so many L's. I've calibrated this stuff. And so when I have my ideas and I'm saying things, like I know what I'm saying because I've experienced it. And when my guy friends tell me problems, I can see some of their stories. That whole story of I like the girl. We talked all the time, and then she ghosts. Every man's been through that. Every man has been through that. And what typically happens is just too much exposure to you. Or I really, really like the girl, and then now my ex wants me back. What's up with that? Well, that's competitive anxiety. That's her not working out for herself. That's her wanting some validation because she's not doing like there's so many similarities across the stories. This is why I say what I say. If men were more honest about their experiences with failures in dating and not just bitter complaining on the internet, but really honest about it, everyone would understand what we're talking about. But because men only ever want to either complain or say nothing about it, like we can't ever piece these stories together and have a cohesive conversation.
No, you're right.
Okay, so Kim says opposites attract or birds of a feather flock together. Both. Both. Straight up, both.
Even though I completely say you should never date somebody who's you, because I think that's weird. I've seen it, and that's what it is. It's you're just dating yourself. You should like. I don't even think in the same career choice, you know, like try to branch something's got to be different. There's got to be even your hobbies. Like you guys can work the same, you guys can be at the same church or whatever. But if you guys do everything the same, that's fucking weird. That's not actual growth. Yeah. Like you're gonna get bored way too quick. Some people can do it. Power to them. I could not. I can't. I never date I don't even date people who listen to the same music as me. Because I'm like, I want to find something new, something more. I need to grow. I need to get bigger. I need to get more of this inside. I'm not about like, no. If I dated somebody who played Pokemon, fuck no. Like that's my game. Like, get away. Like that's
exactly.
No, do it. Can't do it.
Kind of boring. Like she said, birds of a feather flock together. I have dated girls who are extremely like me, right? Extroverted extrovert. They love to debate. They're incredibly independent. And they're really just like hot and cold, passionate people, right? That's kind of how I am. I'm really hot and cold. Unfortunately, it's my toxic trait, right? It's exciting, but it's hard because there's no polarity. We're the same person, you know? So it's like we agree on everything. And we disagree about the same things, which is in the beginning, it's easy for us to like become close because we have so many similarities and shared values. But in the end, there's no growth opportunity there. And as much as I like to act like I know it all, I still love to learn from my partner or just from a girl I'm casually dating. I still want to learn from her. I want her to say something I don't agree with, so I have to think about what I think.
So at that point, if you're guys are too alike, you just be friends and you'll be better friends in a relationship. That's for sure.
Like, how am I supposed to like you if I hate myself the way I am? How am I supposed to like you? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to project my resentment onto you.
She said Pokemon's her game.
Oh, shit. Yo, Pokemon, Leaf Green, best Pokemon game of all time. If anybody likes it, show it to my house and fight me. But
I will, because Yellow was better. Crystal was better, and Soul Silver was the best.
I only put Red and Blue. I know what y'all talking about. Y'all talking a whole different.
I'm getting off this podcast. That's ridiculous. Only Red and Blue, the first from like what 98?
Yeah, that's the only one.
35.
No, not even Game Boy Advance. Come on.
I'm a boomer, bro.
No.
No.
I mean, I'll admit, Emerald was like super clutch. Emerald was like game changer. The rest of the series, Emerald a game changer. I don't know. I don't know what that is. There was only Red and Blue.
Get out of here. Get out of here. End this podcast. I'm done. I'm out.
I stopped playing after Pearl.
I don't want to look at his face anymore.
All I know is Indigo League Pokemon. No. All I know is Indigo League Pokemon. I don't know the rest of them. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
Dante's like, Pokemon, you mean Pokemon cards? Like,
yeah, I still have a Charizard, by the way.
All right, y'all, but I'm gonna tap out right now.
All right, y'all. Well, I mean, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. It's been good for the most part. I appreciate everyone who's asking questions, making it very interesting. I appreciate Deej, Kim, Danish, Mrs. Ordinary. Who else coming on? Who else here? I try to see everybody else on here. I can't see everybody. But like I said, I appreciate you guys all coming on, man. You guys have been showing support.
Thank
Max
you.
Savage, Red Pill, You guys have been really handling shit down, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Until next week, guys. Yeah, it was fun. I hope Dante
Peace.
clips the Pokemon part. I won't clip the Pokemon part. I keep everything raw. I'm actually still on my fucking shit right now. What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm on live stream everywhere, man. I'm keeping in tap with the world.
I'm gonna catch you guys later. Remember, good. If you don't like what I said, good. If you liked what I said, good.
If you don't,
That's
good.
the phrase for everything. Seriously. If you don't like it, good. You liked it, good.
Take care, guys.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Hello, friends. This is Dante from the YD Podcast. Thank you for tuning in onto our episode. And just wanted to give you guys some updates. I know I usually do this at the end of my episodes. I'm doing a little update. So we do still have a Patreon website. I've been putting exclusive content on there. I haven't put any dating coaches or advice or anything like that yet. I'm still working on that. If you still want to donate to the Patreon, it's still on there on the YD Podcast website. But for right now, all I'm doing right now is Venmo. I'll put the link onto this episode on the YouTube episode. Hope you guys, like I said, like the episode. But I'm putting everything on there. Currently, I am still working on advice dating because I want to have a community where we're having someone giving advice, having some experts on there that's helping people through dating. So I know we typically talk about a lot of funny stuff on our episodes, but I also want to provide some kind of service to everyone who's listening. So let's get their money's worth for something. It's $5. It's definitely not going to raise the price because I haven't done much with my Patreon. But I still have a Venmo on there. It's going to be on there. But I will put the link down here. You can kind of see it. And just so you guys know, I appreciate you guys joining in and tuning into our episode thus far, listening to all our stuff. But yeah, that is it for you guys. I will post more things on my Patreon. Like I said, I'll still put the exclusive content, the post episode on there, the audio form. I can't really put the video on there because sometimes people take files. It's too big of a file. But that's what I want to have on there, guys. And that is it. That's all I have to say. But please subscribe too, as well, on the YouTube channel if you guys haven't done so already. But that is it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day.